Good afternoon, everybody. Here it is again. Goodness me, where's the time going? It's Tuesday afternoon and it's time for a live. And today, goodness, we're doing number 244. How crazy is that? Do you know what? Never ceases to amaze me. And I always go back onto book one and said I was only ever going to do 12 tiles, but not to worry, we're all here. So here we go. Like, I've actually put my name, the date, and everything on there, so that's all good to go. So okay, if we're ready, I'm just going to put my phone on silent there so we can get going. What do I have with me today? I've got my regular pen, pencil, tortillon. I've got a thicker pen. I've got my brush pen. Not that we need a lot of inking, but you might need something a bit thicker. And I've got some coloured pencils with me as well, so I might get to use some of those. Of course, I've inked my tile, the regular sort of, I've used my brush pens, spritzed, put it onto a glass mat, spritzed it, and then put my tile into it, let it dry. A little bit of salt going on in there as well. So, all right, are we ready then? I have been seeing some of the dragonfly stencils you've been using. Some of the pictures going on there. It's looking fabulous. So, yeah, I'm all up for this. We're ready and prepping today for the show on Thursday, so that's why I'm at home today, and Leslie and everybody else is at the office, so we're all working away but in different parts. So all right then. Yeah, see, there she is. There's Leslie. Hi. Okay, are we ready for this then? So I'm going to come in with my regular pen. I've got no 3 here, but you can use whatever you like. And I don't know where to go. I think I'm going to start. I'm going to go and put the darker bit in this corner, so I'm going to work from here. Oh, hello everybody. I do notice as well you've been on and you've noticed that the classes are on there for June on the new website. So I know there's been a few of you booked already. Thank you for that. Oh, it's going to be a fab one. Really looking forward to it. Okay, so we've got this sort of curved line going on then. It's quite large, sort of from this bottom corner, quite big. So let's have a look. I'm going to come on over and create something a bit larger here. And the same sort of thing on this side, a bit of a curve, so to join at a point. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go a bit bigger now so you can see what I'm doing inside it. I apologise if you get any background noise today. I say I'm working from home, but I've got some workmen in as well doing some laminate downstairs. So I've got the boys upstairs trying to get down, and oh, it's all crazy. All right, so let's start at the bottom here. It doesn't matter which side because we're going to do the same on both. In we go with a little bit of a curve and back in. There we go. And then sort of working from that same point up, if you can, and along, and I'm going to bring it back down there. There we go. And then back up again. There we go. And the same again. Now, yours might be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than this. Don't worry about how many you think you need to get in there. Just sort of keep going until your space is sort of full. So I'm going to sneak another one in at the top there. There we go. You see? All right. I'm just going to push this door to just for a second. Benji, come on in. Come on in. Well, that's not going to happen because doesn't matter which side of the door I shut, Benji wants to be on the wrong one. So let's not worry about it. There we are. Just going to put these little lines. There we go. Okay. Oh, Christine, yeah, Crafter's Companion. Yeah, I'm over there on Saturday afternoon in Chesterfield. So if you're in and about, come and say hi. I'm sort of booked to do sort of demonstrations, so I'll be doing a little bit of tangling there and a little bit of drawing. And if anybody's got questions on any of the stencils or any of the books, you can come along. They are charging £5 for a booking, and that's just so they know numbers, so they can actually plan ahead. And of course, if you get that back. You get a voucher and, you know, off a £15 spend, a £5 voucher. So they're in there. If you can give them a call, they'll go through all that with you and everything. So just looking forward to being there again. It's been a while since I've taught at Chesterfield. So it's not actually a class, it's more of a demonstration. But as I say, I'm happy to go through any of the stencils and give you a few hints and tips on that if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to fill these little gaps in here. Little bubbles, or big bubbles, depending on how big your gap is. There we go. I'm going to put a few in that bottom one. Let's do one in here. And along and up. There we go. I know some of you have said about finding out where I am. And I think some days I don't know where I am. But we're going to try and be a little bit more organised with that. I know I can be with Hobby Maker because they've given me set dates. Although they have actually added a 6 o'clock in the morning one next week. So if you're up at that kind of time, then I'll be over there. I think I'm going to be doing the 6 till 8. So I'm looking at a few different bits and pieces there too. So it's quite a busy schedule for those guys. With crafters it's a little bit trickier because they tend to change date. Well, not change dates, but they change times when you're there now and again. So I can't say exactly. I can tell you the day, but not the time. Okay, see I've got a little bit there. I'm just going to fill that in as well. There we are. Okay, let's have a look at where we're at with this then. Julie, always. I do my best. It's not going to be, you know, a massive load of new stuff because, of course, we've got a few new bits and pieces on Thursday this week. So, okay, I'm going to bring another one. I want to bring it sort of out this way. So here we go. I'm going to sort of imagine it starts. Let's bring that a bit longer there. Starts there and it's going to come up and out and along here. Now yours might be a little bit different. I know, Jackie. Trust me, when you think it starts at 6 o'clock, I've got to be there a little bit earlier. So let's do a curve one this time. There you go. But no, it's all going to be good fun, I'm sure. Don't mind. There we go. So I'm going to make this a little bit larger. There we go. And again, just going to bring in those little sort of shapes here. And in there. It's almost like being back in at tile 1, isn't it? With all the machines going on in the background and things. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It'll all be over soon. It's been quite a journey, I must admit. So things have to go on. Oh, hi Laura. I've also got Jackie, Lynn. Oh, Lynn, yeah, where am I Thursday? I'm at Hobby Maker on Thursday. I don't have any more dates for crafters at the minute. I've got a busy schedule. I'm on Hobby Maker quite a lot in June. But yeah, they're Thursday, and then I'm there 2nd of June as well at the 6 AM one. Goodness me. Don't worry about it. I'll post. I'll get Chris to post sometimes. Let's not worry about that now. Julie, it's the 2nd of June. That's next week. So I've got time to prep for that. There we go. Those little bubbles. So I'm going to fill this one in. Little bubbles. Okay. Okay. And again, just fill in these little gaps. Don't you think they could have worked in the kitchen rather than right at the bottom of the stairs? Oh no, my life. Never mind. Oh dear. We just love it. Absolutely. So after this one, we're only 7 off 250. Crazy. We'd have thought we'd have done those many. Oh, Sam, no, it's a team effort, this, isn't it? We're all in it together, honestly. If you didn't stop and watch, then I wouldn't be able... Well, I could still do them, but I'd be very lonely, wouldn't I? So thank you for still watching. We've come through a lot together, haven't we? All of us. I know some have joined pretty recently, but if you think back to those dark times of the first lockdown in particular, you know, this is what we did to get us through doing this. We actually started with 3 times a week, didn't we? And it's gone down to 2. Okay. Let's have a look at what we're doing there. There we go. So we've got these 2 sort of leafy shapes. So I want to bring another one in. So I'm going to bring it up sort of this way. Oh, Julie. Oh, I think maybe. We always try and get in if we can, don't we? So maybe we need to see if Leslie will let us have one of the red ones. Or if not, we're perhaps onto a blue or a white. There we are. So I've got 3 going on. Let's go a bit larger then. Zoom in if I can. Oh, it doesn't want me to. There you go. And as before, I think I'm going to do this side now. There we go. Oh, thanks, Sam. Don't think my husband would always agree that I've got a nice soothing voice. Oh, John, he puts up with some, doesn't he? He's in the office today. Oh, Lynn, you always do this. Always. Now, what am I doing Thursday? I am actually taking all the books back. I'm going to do a show with the books because I think sometimes they get a bit overlooked and we forget actually just how important they are. So, I know there's not a new book. There's not yet. So that's, but there is going to be, I think, I'm trying to work out now because we swap shows, don't we? We do different on each show as to what's on what. Maybe I'll show you a sample of started as a demo. I know, Pat, you and me. Oh, see, look, Leslie's sharing red tiles. Maybe we'll have to do a macro blue, a regular red, and a tiny white, maybe. So look at that. I think there's got to be one. Yeah. So Leslie and I are off to the WI tomorrow. Oh, see there, I can fill it in or I can fill it with bubbles. We're tasked with creating a Jubilee themed decorative hanger, coat hanger. It's kind of hilarious. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, I've got a couple, I think, maybe, but who knows? It's a bit of a challenge there, and it's competition. You know, you've got to be quite prepared. Chris, I bet there is. Yeah, I think there's that. I've done 2 or 3 different shades of red of that as well, haven't I? So I think the cherry red are quite collector's items now. So yeah. I did do a red, white and blue pack ages ago, didn't I, as well? Oh, I know, Garth. It's just so many, isn't there? Oh, the macros, yeah. I'll get John onto it. I've only just finished decorating my pencil box. My tiny tile box. I have started it, actually. Just so there you go. Look, my tiny tile box. Look, there's the lids. So I'm doing it to match my pencil box. Right. Okay. I'm going to go out a little bit so you can see sort of where I'm headed. Yeah, Sheila, good idea. Leslie. Okay. Let's bring a shape up here. Now, this is a tangle pattern that you actually already know, but I want to make them a little bit larger today. Okay. And then I'm going to round. See, I was going to use the thicker pen to do these block sections, but I don't need to. No, Jackie. You're not going to get any out of Leslie. Right. Okay. And then let's go a little bit wider. And then another one. You see, we do use these quite small at times, but I want to make them sort of the front today and the main event, so to speak. Here we go, getting smaller and smaller. Oh, Samantha, once you're drawn on your board, there's no going back, honestly. You're going to love it. Absolutely love drawing on the boards. Right. There we go. So, into the one. Come underneath there. And then back in and around. Hello, Bob. I've not seen your name for ages. Hope you're well. Okay. Oh, and Glennie, you've booked on the class. I know, I'm so excited. We'll be able to compare kitchens again, won't we? I'm hoping to send you a picture, actually, once mine is done. Hopefully. By the sounds of the knocking and banging downstairs, it might be today. Woohoo! Okay, we've got a couple in there. Let's bring another one in. Okay, sort of in here. And again, you might look at your tile and think, do you know what? 2's enough there. I don't have the space. It's absolutely fine. You can put in as many or as few as you like. You can make them smaller. See, that one's going to sort of disappear behind there. Okay. Hey, Janet. No, don't worry if you're not late. It's fine. We've only just started, really. I'll bring another in. There we go. And in and around. Let's just have those little shapes again. It has been a while, Bob. I hope you're well. Across the miles. I missed your tile swaps. Oh. There we go. Another one in there. I think let's have a look where else we can put some of these. Maybe one down here. Again, you need to look at your tile and see where you think you can fit these in. Don't go too small with them. You want a little bit of shape. Now here I'm going to try and sort of direct it this way, so I'm working sort of more at an angle there to get it to go. There you are. Alright. So it needs another one there. Let's bring another one there. Just filling in that section. In and around. Okay. Now you'll be absolutely amazed at what I'm about to tell you. And those in the office, I hope you're sitting down. I have actually made the guys downstairs a cup of tea. I know. How amazing is that? That's not something you'd hear normally, is it? But I did. I did say, you know, they'll be thinking, if I did this at work, it'd be a party. And they did say, well, actually, we were getting a bit ready for a cuppa. So I know. I know. Is it? Yeah. I have made tea before at the office, honestly. I don't know. It's something that doesn't normally happen. But, so no cup of tea at half time today for me. So yeah, we did have one before we started. Okay. All right. Okay, so we can add a few more if we want to, but I want to come in with a few other little bits and pieces first. And let's have a look. Now, I want to come in with a pencil just for a minute here, because so often it's nice to sort of go in with pen and draw our shapes underneath. But in this instance, I'm going to show you if you use a pencil, you can sort of do something a bit different with it. So I want to start here and I want to create a swirl. But because it's going underneath, it might be a little bit tricky to do it with a pen. So I'm going to draw the whole thing in pencil. See? So it's going behind that. I see I can extend that a little bit over there. So I'm getting the whole shape. So let's then come in and put that in with a pencil. It's just going to be the areas that you can see. And then see round here. I'm going to draw in those shapes. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be exact, but it just means that I sort of know where I'm going. See? Okay. And then I'll do one the other way. So again, going in the pencil. Now, I am doing this quite lightly because, of course, I don't want the pencil to be seen, but it just makes life a little bit easier being able to draw over the whole thing. And then got space here, so again, I'm going to bring one out and round here. Okay, so let's draw those in pen. So again, you see now I know where that's going to work, and this one's coming up and around. Now the other thing as well when using pencil, if you've inked your tile, just be careful, because if you rub any pencil lines out, certain inks, oh, Sue, yeah, great minds, certain inks won't work. So if you're using, say, a water-based ink pad, I find that they rub out. But you see, this is the brush pens that I bring you, the branded ones. So there we go. So here's my rubber. And it's gone over there, and it's not caused me a problem. Yeah. There you go. It's pretty sort of set in there, so it doesn't matter, you see, about rubbing over the top of that once you've used them. I honestly can't speak for others. I know if I used my water-based ink pads, they are the Crafter's Companion ones, but they will actually, they'll rub out a little bit, but they'll seriously water-based, aren't they? But there you can see I've been able to rub out there, no problem. So let's put another one in. There we are. It just flows better, doesn't it, if you've got the whole thing going all in at once. Oh, so yeah, I'm still trying a few different ones. I am looking at new pens and things like that. But, I want to make sure that we get it right. There's some we've worked and some we used for class, didn't we? And some are nice, but I don't know, I want that lastability. So yeah, we're experimenting. There we go. Alright, so we've got a few of those. I'll go in and I'll rub those out in a short while. So I want to bring in a couple of little extra flourishes now. What if I'm going to bring one in sort of up here. Let's start with a little line, and again let's do it a bit bigger. So what I do is I'm going to put a little loop, another on the end, and then bring out a couple of little lines from each. Just sort of go a little bit backwards. There we are. Same on this one. And there's little 4 droplets. There we go. So let's have a look at that from a little bit of distance. There you are. Oh, I know, Sue, there's some really nice pens, isn't there, out there? We tried a few in class. So I'm going to do the same again. Look, 4 little droplets at the top. Now, if you want to, you can draw your little droplets first and then join it, or you can create your line and then draw your little droplets. It's going to sort of sit behind there, whatever you want to do. Let's put a couple in here, like that one. We're not going to see at the top, it's going to go up and behind. Let's try it with those lines again. There we are, one in there. Maybe see a little bit there, maybe. And let's bring one out here. Again, you can change the size with these. You don't have to think they've got to be all the same. You can work it to suit your tile. Oh, it is. It's lovely, isn't it? I'm really liking this, and adding these little extra bits in. There we are. Maybe a couple out here. Alright, maybe let's try putting these little flowery shapes in first and then joining. See if that works fine. One up here. Okay. Same on this side as well. Just sort of drop down. There we are. Let's have a look. See, there's a little bit of space here. Pam, I don't know. Facebook's been a bit awkward, honestly. I'm still blocked out of my original Facebook pages. I still don't know what's going to happen with those. And this one, I don't know. I don't actually know the password to get into this one. Because, you know, there's so many passwords now that I had to swap and change and everything. And when I say forgot password, it says, well, try the last one. So you try the last one and that doesn't do anything. And it says try again and you're like, well, I don't know what it is. I don't know. But, yeah. So it could be that this is, yeah. I don't know. So if anybody knows a Facebook guru that could help me to sort my Facebook out, it would be very, very much appreciated. Get them to send me a message, but not through my old Facebook pages. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to add in a couple of extra bits now. Of course, it's not a tile when we've done an organic without. There we go. Our little Zinger friends. There we go. And then let's put a little bobble there just to give it a little bit of grounding. It's for you, Julie, that one. And see, the nice thing about this is we can go over the top of things because it's all filled in. And black there. Just one of those. You don't have to do those little droplets. It just sort of helps out a little bit. And maybe one here. Okay. Let's have one sort of coming up here. Okay. So maybe do we want? No, I think I'm just going to keep them up there. There we go. Yes, Joe, I am on Hobby Maker on Thursday afternoon. Don't ask me what times. I know I've got 2 shows. So it could be 1 and 4, could be 2 or 5. I don't know. It'll be on their schedule. Alright, so you see here I've got this sort of bit of a gap. It's just nice to add a few little bubbles in there. They don't have to join together. It's just all about, you know, just adding a couple of little bits in there just to help. Oh, thanks, Sheila. I'll try that in a bit. Honestly, I've tried all sorts of things. You lose the will to live, don't you, after a little while? Yeah. I'd rather be tangling. I would. Let's have a few down here. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nicola. At least I just sort of think once I'm there, I'm there. So, yeah. It's a good job you all know what I'm doing and you've got my schedule. There we go. So I'm just going to rub out those pencil lines from the last few there. You see? There we go. All right, let's have a look at this. Okay, a few things then that I want to do now. I think to start with, I'm going to do a little bit of coloured pencil and I'm going to do a little bit of regular pencils as well. So first thing, let's go in with our regular normal pencil first. This one here, and our tortillon. So look at the rubber all over my desk. Okay. Palm, I know Crafters TV is a little bit different in terms of their times. So even if they say what time you're on, it could change. When I was on there on Friday, it was you might be on at 6, you might be on at 7, depending on stock. So they don't have a seriously tight schedule. It depends what's going on. There we go. See, I've added some pencil. Chop them up. And thank you if you watched the tile from Friday as well. Thank you for that because, well, Leslie started the tile off and I finished it and we had a little bit of a laugh doing it. Because of course we didn't have a stand there. Yeah, it's all interesting. If you've not seen that one yet, you need to go and watch it. It was hilarious. It was like a tag team. There we go. So with this one. All right, I'm not being too neat there, don't worry about it. It just wants a little bit of pencil in. And of course, see Pam, I'm lucky when I'm on Crafters TV because I'm already there, and there's a lovely guy named John that's there, and he actually sort of says to me, come on, it's time you're going in. So he sorts me out. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of pencil, see, just on the edges of these, just like a little smirk. Oh, missed one of those. Glad I went back round. Just a little smirk, see. And a bit there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave the leaves. I'm not going to do them with regular pencil. I'm going to add a little bit there, you see. Just onto those stems. Just at that top end. Okay. We can always come back and add more. I know what you mean, Jackie. You can always mute it then as well. You don't have to listen to me waffling on, do you? Oh, see a bit of pencil there. There we go. Same on this one. There we are. So I'm just softening the edges, you see. I'm not really trying to push it too far in. Just want to remove that sharp edge. So it's a little bit softer. It just sort of blends in. That's what we're after. Now while I'm here, I'm going to do the same with this. I'm just going to sort of work it in a curve. Follow it around a little bit. I'm going to do them as I work my way along. Just nice and gentle. It's the same sort of thing here. Just trying to keep that gap in the middle if I can. There we go. And same in there. Alright, just working on these two. Okay, now let's have a look at these zingers as well. Oh, Lynn, I wonder why you're using this. I'm sure you're using this pencil. Perhaps going really light and hold your torch-on a little bit further away. That's it. Rather than hold it there, hold it a bit further back, you see. Because I know you're using the same stuff. Perhaps we'll have to have a look at that. If you want to send me one of your tiles that you think you're struggling with, and I'll see if I can pick up on any little hint of something, maybe. Okay. So I'm just going to bring my regular white pencil in. You know, my chalky pencil, you see, it's yeah. What I want to do is add a highlight to the middle of those little shapes there. Okay, just gives it that little bit of something. And on my little zingers, I'm going to just choose a side as well and add a little bit of, let's do that there, pencil to those as well. There we go. Into here. And that one. Okay, let's have a look at this. Yeah. Oh, you're at, yeah, no, it's, there we go. Oh, Chris is going to put a post on the Sanntangle group, and he's going to put dates and times for everything, so we don't sort of lose track of where we are. I just think that would be easier than going through. You don't need to be writing stuff down now. You just want to be sitting and tangling. Okay, I'm going to come in with a couple of pencils here. I might bring a little bit of purple in as well. There you go. Oh, sorry, Lynn. I thought you meant your edges. You're beautiful. I don't know what you're worried about. Okay, going to come in with my dark green. I've got a dark green, a light green, and a purple here. So I'm going to start with my green. Now remember, with a regular pencil, this is not going to blend with the tortillon. So you see, I'm not pressing on too much. I'm quite light, bringing it outwards, you see. Let's go a bit closer so you can see. You see how it's sort of still a little bit light there? So a little bit harder here, but lightly around those top bits there, see? Just sort of ease off the pencil. I'm not trying to fill it all in. Okay. So I'm going to use the same and do all 3 of those little leaf shapes. So I'm pressing a little bit there, but here lightly. See, so it's almost working its way out to the edge there. Okay, get a bit of texture on this. It's not a problem. I don't really want to use blending solutions or anything. I quite like to go in with what I've got and work it, but you can use what you like. And same on this one. There we go. So keeping it light. There we are. Just working my way around it. Okay, just each one at a time. Don't try and do all of them at once. Just work on them as separate. There we are. Okay. And same with this one. Alright. So if I bring in the lighter green, I'm going to just work my way over the top there. See, working them in together and then ease off the colour. And because we've got an inked tile below, it's going to sort of hide a multitude of sins, so to speak. And if your blending's not the best, then you're not going to see it on this. It's not as exposed as using just a regular plain tile. So you'll be absolutely fine. And again, if you think sometimes your colouring isn't as what you want it to be, then use a blue tile and then use blue pencils. And that'll help you out a lot, rather than going in with a white one and trying to add different colours to it. So there's ways around it. There's little hints and tips and tricks and things. And again, if you're at Crafters on Saturday, I can show you that. It's no problem. Kathy, types of pencils. These are these are. There they go. Where is it? Does it say? Polychromos. There it is. Look. Yeah. These are the Faber-Castell Polychromos. I have various sets. These are ones that sit at home on my desk, so to speak. They're light fast, so it means that if I want to put something on the wall, I know that if I've used these pencils, they're going to stay. But of course, I've got my own. I like to use my own Brunswick ones as well. They're nice. They work really well. And then, of course, if you really want to splash out, Caran d'Ache are absolutely superb. But any pencils that you've got that you work with, as long as you take your time with them, you'll be fine. Okay, so you see that I'm just working my way around and adding a little bit of that lighter green. As I say, I'm not trying to fill the whole shape. I just want to do a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of texture on there. Okay. So I'm going to bring that purple in. Alright, see, I've sharpened it. Because what I want to do is add some just to the bottom. Sort of like the middle bit there. It's not as harsh as the black, but there we go. It's giving me a little bit of shade and a little bit of depth there. This is what we need. Same. Okay. Again, Pam, they're good pencils. I'm sure I've got their brush pens as well. Lots of different ones around there. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. Almost done. You see, we've got now the green is really starting to come out. I think that needs a little bit more. Okay. See, sometimes putting a thin layer on or a very light layer, you can then decide what you want to do with it. So looking at these lovely little shapes here, I'm just going to bring my pen back in. And I'm going to, again, let's go in a little bit bigger. I'm going to draw around, so just go in a little bit, one side. Doesn't matter which side, just one side. So I'm going to keep it to this side for this one. There we go. And then this side, I'm going to go and do it on the, so it's like I'm going on the underneath side, isn't it, each time? This one, oh, decisions, you could use any. See, I'm just adding that touch of black there, just thickening or redefining that line. Does make a lot of difference. And there we go, same on this one. Okay, if we've done those, let's have a look at where we're at there. Okay, look at that, lovely, isn't it? You see, it needs a bit of darkness here, so I can bring my pen in and join in and just add a little bit more like in there. I think I'm going to put a border on. Now, you don't have to do this, but I just think it encloses it. So I'm going to go with a slightly wavy, wonky line here. Now, again, you can do a straight one if you want. You can bring in a straight edge and draw that in. You really don't have to. It's nice sometimes to have something a little bit different. You see, I'm just going underneath if I come up against anything. And along. So see, I'm going to sort of stop at these as well and create a little bit of a design. Maybe I want to put little dots at the end so it looks like I meant it. Oh, Pam, honestly, it's not you. I think we get so into how we shade and how we blend. And sometimes I think we just perhaps need a bit of a refresh or a recap on things. So just give them a go. It might be the paper you're working on, as daft as it sounds. Pencils will blend really well, but certain papers, they don't work so well on. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to bring my pencil back in and just add somewhere on the edge. You can go on the outside or the inside here. It's entirely up to you. You're going to get a slightly different feel depending on what you do, though. There we go. A little bit in here. Okay, just sort of on the lines that I've drawn. Okay. There we are. Oh gosh, Lynn, I hope that's not coming our way. The hailstones. Goodness me. We have had a bit of a rain sort of storm. It wasn't hail though, but it was, you know, it was a little bit heavy for a couple of minutes and then disappeared like it never happened. Okay, so I'm working in little swirls just to help it out a little bit around the edge there. Yes, Christine, multiple layers, nice and light, work really well, and that's how you can build up the depth of colour. If you find as well, if you're working on like a smooth paper, why not use an alcohol marker, a really light colour, and completely cover the piece you're colouring in with the alcohol marker, so you've like got a base colour, and then go over the top with pencils. That works quite well. Okay, I think I'm going to bring a white pen in. Let's have a look. Okay, and some of these little dots here, let's have a look. And just go over them. Because I've used an inked tile, the white will stand out a bit more because it's sort of coloured in the background. There we are. Now you could do this in white as well if you wanted to. I want to sort of just clean that up a little bit, see? So the ink tile's not sort of coming in too much on the leaves. There we are. Or maybe one at the top there. And then the same on these. I'm going to fill those in as well. See, being that I've drawn them. You see, if your bubbles aren't bubbles anymore, you could come back in and fill in and just sort of change the shape a little bit. There we go. Same in there. Okay. And then of course we've got a couple of bubbles. If you want to, you can go ahead and Add a drop of white. Or maybe you want to use one of the gel pens or something. Oh, Lynn, crosshatch. Would you like me to show you? Let me finish my tile and I'll do a quick demo. Pam, I use cartridge paper. Honestly, it's got a little bit of a tooth to it. It works really well. So any of the tiles, that kind of thing. But here we go. Oh, no, I don't want to use my brush to put my name on, do I? Where have I put my pen? Here we go. Oh, no, that's an 08. Goodness me, what am I doing? I have actually got a tidy room. It's surprising me. There we go. All right. So there we go. There's today's tile. So let's have a quick look at cross hatching. So say for example, let's have a look. We'll put another leaf in. Say you wanted your leaf shapes. There we go. There we are. Let's put a little line in. And then I'll use the same greens in the purple I had before. Let's just go in a little bit. So I'd perhaps start, let's have a look. Maybe a sharper pencil would be better. But you go in with lines. Let's see. Let's do some lines this way. See why you need a sharper pencil. And then I bring my purple in. And I can cross hatch. So I'm doing it sort of at a 90-degree angle and actually crossing over the lines I've already done at a different angle, you see. There we go. Cross hatch. So as you build up, you can add multiple colours in there. And you start to build a bit of a sort of slightly textured, so you can do cross hatching that way. Slightly shaded effect, and sometimes that works really well. I'm just going to bring another green in, I think. There we go. I've got a darker green. There you are. You see how the closer you get, the sort of darker your shadows look. There you go. There you are. And let's go really light at that top. See how sort of these are. So that's sort of cross hatching in its basic form. There we go. So okay, quick question over. Here's today's tile, and I did say let's have a look if I can remove Benji from off my feet. I'm going to show you something a little bit different that I've got prepped ready for Thursday. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm going to come out a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to say anything else about that. You're going to have to wait until Thursday to see it. But one thing about the books, I'll show you another one I've been working with. If we go all the way back to book 1, I've done a little shaker. Look at that. So yeah, I am prepping demos and things, so you'll see all of those. Oh, you didn't see the background there, did you? But that's it. Not showing you any more. All right. Okay. So as far as we've done, then there we go. There's our tile, and we'll still be doing tiles on Friday as normal. So that'd be 244. There we go. And of course, if you're around, I'm on Hobby Maker on Thursday afternoon. And yeah, I'll let you know what's going on as and then. Chris is going to put some times on as well, so you'll know where I am. Craft, as I say, a bit tricky, but Hobby Maker we should be all up and ready to go. So all done. All right. So have a lovely afternoon. What's left of it? I think I might go and make myself another cup of tea. And I will see you all soon. All right. You take care, everybody. Bye.